Welcome, folks. Finishing up the setup for the stream. Alright, how is everybody today? Not too bad on this end. I decided to do a stream earlier today since I had a little extra free time. I decided to do it earlier in the day. Well, let me turn down the volume here so it's a little bit easier to hear me. There, I think that's a little bit better. Alright, so in our first set of bosses here, what we did do is fight Magma Dragoon, Frost Walrus, Split Mushroom, and Web Spider. And we collected a few armor pieces, or I believe one armor piece actually, and a couple heart tanks. Now here in our next set of bosses, the next set are a little bit more annoying, shall we say. Especially this asshole, which we'll get to here shortly. But we're going to start with our next boss, which will be Slash Beast. He defends the military train to protect the supply of goods. Now, his weakness, I believe, was is the full I just completely said here a moment ago. That was a pain in the ass. Jet Stingray. I'm gonna attempt to try to do it without the armor piece. He's not extremely challenging, but he can be complicated enough. But anyway, here's a gimmick to this stage. These guys here decide to be assholes and bomb their own train just to make sure that X does not progress. They're not much of a problem. You gotta do, you're just gonna wait for it to fade and then just gonna air dash here. As you can see, I broke the orangish boxes, the brownish orange boxes, but can't break these boxes. I believe the right armor can. Don't quote me on that. We'll find out here later in the stage. I need a refresher on that one. But anyway. Well, that was stupid of me. Get this full. Come on, Mr. Bat. Do your thing. These guys right here, these turrets have lasers and they have missiles coming up the top that just kind of arc. They're not much of a threat. Again, if you keep moving, you should be alright. Now, I believe this segment is the last of the idiots bombing the train, and we have ourselves a mini-boss. Literally is just a spike boss. This is the whole concept of the fight. You can get in close. When you do Zero's playthrough, that's the only way to really fight this, is to get in super close. I prefer to stay at a distance till I get at least those done. Again, nothing to it. On to Section 2. Ready. There is a heart tank in this area. Where exactly, I'm not 100% sure. I believe it is located either here in this section. One of these trains can blow up when you put on the right armor. So it's either this one or the next one over. This guy being a little bit problematic. But you gotta sort of backtrack once you get the right armor. You can avoid these guys altogether, but since they respawn. I can't quite remember exactly where, but as you can see, the right armor does destroy the boxes. And you just slash the tank a couple times, disappears. I may be wrong, it may not be any of these, actually. But it is one of these little trains. Yeah, it might be further ahead. I always get that mixed up. That's alright. With careful timing and precision, we shouldn't have many problems, and we should be able to carry the right armor to the section that we need. Keyword is should. Well, we don't let certain other dumb things hit us. Speaking way too soon. Okay, so it's the fourth one in. Alright. So now we don't really need the right armor. The whole purpose of the right armor, in my opinion, is to kind of fast forward through the stage and get that hard tank. But once you have it, there's no real need for it. You can't take it into the boss fight. In fact, right about here, train issue stops. And you get a few friends to kind of follow along behind you, as they're trying to bail. Alright, at our final section here. Here we are at Slash Beast. Challenging my unit was both foolish and reckless. You are nothing more than my prey, one that is soon to be retired. That is the most devastating move he has that we cannot avoid very easily. There's a little bit of RNG with him, if I remember correctly. That's why it's best to have his weakness, as he can be a bit of a headache, but he does considerable amounts of damage. That's the biggest problem here. This is what you want to avoid, that dash of his claw there. So when you see that shit, it's time to get moving. Ah, damn it. I don't think we have much energy in our tank. No, but we do have some in our energy tank, or our weapon tank. As you can see, it almost got him anyway. There's about a third of his health bar left. So as long as you do a little bit more precision movements and just watch him, you're fine. I need him to do more of those long jumps. He does a couple jumps and then he tends to roar because he thinks he's badass. That's what I needed him to do. Sometimes he does that 3 times, so you have to be very careful. Fuck. You definitely don't want him to grab you there, and he will counterattack you there. Oof. But we got him. As he dashes across there, you saw that he caught me and he slams me into the wall. That does considerable damage. But the other thing, where he was powering up his claws like a Wolverine with the pink magenta stuff, that is, I think, a counterattack. So if you strike him at that point, he just immediately jumps you. I don't know, I've never had to avoid it. Twin Slasher. Shoots Twin Slashers forward in 2 directions. This weapon has wide range capabilities, making it easier to hit enemies. It's alright. I mean, I'm not extremely impressed with a lot of the Maverick weapons in this game. But that's one more boss down. I'm trying to remember, I think... Oh, you know what? Web Spider was weak to hit him, so... shit. Okay. Well, our next place to go would be cyberspace, I'd say. But, we might take the intentional death here, though. There is a X upgrade capsule here. Storm Owl. It's another one of the stages that has decent music. As you can see, the gimmick to this level is you're up in the air. So these are bottomless pits. Obviously be careful. It's a different right armor. If you hold in the power, it stops you. But then does heat-seeking energy shots. Which is nice. Not completely necessary, but nice nonetheless. I always go up here and get this. This is also a fairly decent level for farming energy once you get your sub-tanks. I don't find it overly necessary to come here. And there's our hurt tank. As long as you move fast enough, you can avoid getting hit there and collect the hurt tank. Otherwise it gets destroyed on those little ship-like platforms, and then that's it. You can't get it until the next time you go through the stage, or unless you take an intentional death. But we've gotten most of our sub-tanks in the game so far. You see, as long as you just leave it held in, you can use it for a while up here in midair. It's gonna break on me here. Okay, so we're gonna kind of dash through this area, get away from these guys, and we're in the end of stage 1. Or area 1, I should say. Keep calling them stages and sections and levels and stuff. This one's relatively short as well. There's a lot of these nice looking laser cannon guys. This is the easiest way I deal with them. Just get away from the blast. Now here's where our deaths are going to be. Right there's the boss. So we're like, or the mini boss. So, up here is where we need to go. This takes some precision, because you don't want to put that quite to where the spikes is. And you want to make it high enough to where you don't hit any of these spikes. But you gotta use the web in order to get up there. I think it's an X-Buster upgrade up there, to be more precise as well. But we shall find out. Double check. I believe there's actually 2 capsules up here. This gives you an option. Alright. So this might take several tries. I'm hoping it doesn't. Oh, Jesus. If I hadn't have hovered there, I screwed up double tapping the X button. Oh, boy. Oh, that was dumb. Oh, I think I put the web too close to the spikes. So it made the hitbox of me landing on the web there pretty precise and then end up hitting the damn spike after I made contact with the web. Oh well, things happen. When I was younger, this took several tries anyway. That's not where we want it. Oh, fuck. I got it. And then I end up hitting the hover button, trying to dash and jump at the same time. They really do make these more or less a pain in the ass. But as you see, it doesn't really take much to progress through here. And you could honestly do it without the dash boots to a degree. I just feel like they make them slightly easier. Shit, dashed off the web too fast. Alright, we'll continue though. That's a nice thing about this game. X4 makes it to where you start in the area where you finished, or where you perished or ran out of lives. And because we got the EX capsule from the first episode, which is this thing, down here where it says EX4, we start with 4 lives instead of the standard 2. So essentially we get 5 more shots at this. Alright. Whoops. It's me dashing off of there again. Compelling TV. Anyway. There we go. That's how you do that. You can charge up to 4 blasts at a time with this arm module. It takes a while to charge, but you can fire a charge shot at any time you so wish with it. This arm module is also changeable. Enter this capsule to change parts. Okay, so that's 1. And we jump over that. With this arm part, you can fire the plasma shot, which is effective against stronger enemies. If the shot hits the opponent, plasma is generated, which will cause additional damage to the enemy. This arm module is changeable. Enter this capsule to change parts. So I'll show you both. Start with this one. Okay, so what we do here is we sit here and charge, and it goes 2, 3, 4 shots. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 shots to do. It gives us a nice little purple glow now. It's helpful. The blasts aren't quite as large looking as X's normal blast. And you can see how it's rapid fire as well. But this is not the one I prefer. I prefer the plasma one. Shoots a big blast, similar to what was before. However, when it hits an enemy, it does other business. Yes, thank you for the extra text. So that's a little bit easier to show once we get to that point. Couldn't have made that dash better. But here's a good example. See that? That plasma shot there. So as long as you make contact, it does incredible amounts of damage. It just keeps inflicting damage as it hits. I think it's pretty neat. And now we're at our final boss of the stage. This is Storm Owl. How dare you destroy my unit? You'll pay for this with your life. He's also not too bad. he dives down and he can grab you. And while he has that green circle of energy on him, he's invulnerable. So it's easier just to avoid him. He's not an extreme challenge, I'd say, but once you get him to half health, he gets his next attack, which is annoying. This part is easy to avoid. I did not pull it off though. This is annoying. He gets a tornado attack, which I think is what we're about to see. Yep, there it is. Okay. One more hit should get him. Got him. As you can see in this game compared to X3, you don't really need the weaknesses to make it much more simplistic. Just a little bit of persistence. Yeah. Also, the additional life from the heart tanks is the difference maker too. Fires vacuum cyclones left and right. Most effective when surrounded by the enemies and against airborne or skyborne enemies. It's not bad. Again, it's not something I really prefer to use too often, but it's not bad. Alright. On to our next lovely level. Cyber Peacock. He lives in cyberspace and wants to destroy the network system. Nowadays, destroying the internet like that would be kind of crazy. Okay, so before we continue here, there is a gimmick to this stage. As we dash through this, the gimmick to this stage is that it's set on a timer, and the faster you complete the sections of the stage, the higher your rank becomes. So you get S, and then A, and B. I don't think there's a C, but I can't remember. There might be. But the key is to go through each of the 3 sections as fast as possible. That way you can earn that. Starting here. You want to avoid these yellow orb things, because they do exactly that, and they cost you time. 0 is best for navigating this section, because his Z-Saber, once it's powered up, can cut right through those. Rank S. As you saw, it said hurry up underneath me there. That means if I didn't get that rank of S, it would get downgraded down to rank A, which means I wouldn't get this heart tank here. Now the next section, if I go through it, the next section has a sub-tank if we make it through the whole way. Shit. This is another level where I take intentional deaths because... yeah, I'm gonna have to take an intentional death here. Yeah, because I'm not gonna make it to the final hit, which is right here. Yep. Okay. We'll take the intentional death. It's simple. This is really easy. I forget. I think it's the Twin Slasher helps me cut through these guys. Yeah. Twin Slasher makes that go away. Alright. So we'll take the death here quick. Come on, buddy. Do more damage. The one time. Like I said, Zero's Saber gets rid of it. Oh, actually, I think Soul Body does it too. So we're gonna use Soul Body. Yep, that's the one that eliminates it here. Very useful weapon. Now, made it real easy peasy. See, I have to refresh the Rusty in my mind too, folks. Here's our first energy tank. Very nice. This section gets a little bit hairier, but you get a little bit more time. It's this section that gives me a little bit of trouble here. Ah, shit! We're almost there. Just barely got it. Very nice. And now, armor piece. I'm giving you a new head module, X. This module will improve your special weapons abilities. It should reduce your special weapon energy requirements to near zero. You may now use your special weapons as often as you want. Obviously, this is the best helmet upgrade in the first 4 X series. So now, let me use a better example. I can just spam these, and you can see my energy bar does not go down. Now if I charge it, it goes down. But using the standard attack, it does not go down. On to area 2. Now the gimmick changes a little bit here, so it goes back to standard platforming. There's little switches with these little orb things here. They're not much of a pain in the ass. But you do need them to progress in some sections. So hitting those little switches is helpful. Okay. See, like that for example, we would not have been able to get through that section if that ball had not came down. Now this one will roll. If you touch it while it's electrified, it's going to do some damage to you, and you need to time it just right. So now it's over here by that section. We get the switch, flips over, breaks that glass down for us. Now we can be on our merry way. And now we're on to our Maverick, Cyber Peacock. I believe Cyber Peacock has 2 weaknesses, but we're going to use the Rising Fire. One of the harder weapons to use on him. But nonetheless. His potential is limitless? Not possible. Who are you? Why are you doing this to me? I was ordered to test your abilities. It's quite simple. What? Prepare yourself. Notice that health bar, folks. Different than the rest of them besides Split Mushroom. Okay, this Fool's gimmick. Actually, you know what? I guess that isn't his weakness. I think it is Soul Body. Ah, fuck, why didn't it change? There we go. My bad. Anyway, this Fool's gimmick is to teleport constantly. And he usually likes to teleport where you're located. Which isn't too bad. And now we have the head module. We can now just spam Soul Body with having no issues, as long as we keep moving. It's possible also to hit him twice with the same Soul Body casting. It's just all about timing. I prefer not to let this guy fight me the hardcore way. I haven't most of the times I've played this game. So we just use Soul Body to glitch him out and not really stun lock him, but fairly close. He has a lock-on technique that sends this little like cyber missile at you and does considerable damage, but he's not a threat if you get Soul Body. Which is the weakness for Storm Owl. Move the cursor to lock onto enemies. Attack the enemy with the aiming laser. It's okay. Again, it's probably one of the weaker weapons in this game, in my opinion. But we're missing... We have all our armor pieces but one. I'm trying to think if the last one is in his stage. I don't believe it is, actually. We're gonna go to Frost Walrus' stage real quick though, because it's a good place to farm energy. And I have no energy saved up. Love that plasma shot. What am I doing? Use a web to get up here. I'm so goofy sometimes. Zero gets a double jump in his playthrough that makes that jump so much considerably easier. Okay. Then we're going to dash this way because I believe there's another one up this way. Yep. Okay. Now we're going to leave our stage here. Whoops. Gotta press X. We don't really need to save. We're gonna go back in there and farm again because we want to have as many lives as possible for this next section, which is, let me tell you. Ready. Okay, now we're full on our sub-tank. Okay. Ah, you bastard. Sometimes the mechanics of this game get me. Alright, one more play. Again, this is not something you have to do personally if you play through the game. I prefer to do it this way because it helps with my personal concentration when I play through the next stage. Jet Stingray stage is not really forgiving, in my opinion. You do it enough times and you tend to memorize a lot of it, but when you haven't played it in the longest time, it can produce, well, I'd say mental aneurysms, but it really does mess with your psyche just a tad. Or at least your motivation. No, we don't need to save. Alright. I don't believe this is where Dr. Light Capsule is. What I am fairly confident is there is both a heart tank and our other sub-tank in here. I'm trying to remember where the other Dr. Light Capsule was. Oh, you know what? I believe I remember. Let's take a bypass here. Ready. Believe I remember. I believe there is a section here that I could not reach before, but now we should be able to. I think once we beat Web Spider, we had the ability to more or less get over here. So we'll boogie through this. Again, the music in this game. Fairly good. Bad timing on my part. I don't know why I was air dashing. Normally I just speed dash like this. Do the ground dash. My timing is off today, Fix. My goodness. Well, we definitely don't want to die here. It's not this section. I may be remembering this wrong, so just bear with me. And yes, I know what you're thinking. You could probably Google it and do it faster, but that takes away from the fun of the game sometimes. I do like re-exploring something, especially when it's not fresh in my mind. I do remember where most of the power-ups and stuff are in the game, but I don't remember everything. Alright, so over here, I don't remember if this was our heart tank or if this was a location for a Dr. Light Capsule. I think this was probably our heart tank. Shit. No, you dummy. Ah. Dispatch this fool first. There we go. Yeah, this was our hurt tank. Could be wrong then. Oh, you know what? I do still believe it's here, actually. I could remember it wrong. We've taken a considerable amount of damage, though. Shit. We need to get up there. Yep, right here. Now, which weapon was it? There we go. Here it is. I knew it was here. Equipped with this new body module, X. This body part absorbs damage inflicted by enemies and will gradually accumulate within. When it is filled to capacity with energy, you can execute the invincible Nova Strike. However, a single use will consume all your energy stores. Use it only to pull through tight situations. Alright, got myself a trophy. See if I remember how to use this note. Right there it is. Okay. So, in this case, based on my controller setup, I was pressing R2 to do that. So that's something neat. I didn't get it for the Nova Strike personally. I got it because I like the damage reduction. But now we have all our armor pieces. Now this is what's called the fourth armor, okay? With that other armor that was on my screen there, that was the Falcon armor, I believe. Or the Ultimate armor, I'm sorry. The fourth armor is what I had on, or what I am currently using, and the Ultimate armor is the one that I told you about in the previous episode that you can use a code at the beginning of Web Spider stage. You destroy the city and escape to the sea. I hate this stage. These motorbike stages can kiss my ass. They really can. So this is severely about timing. This is a lot of muscle memory for me as well, to remember these sections, so I may not talk too much. Get this spot right here. Nope, this next jump. Shallow jump. There's our hurt tank. Now one of these jumps is stupid. I think it's that jump right there actually. Now we're at the end of the first section. I just hate these motorbike sections, I swear I do. This one's not too bad. Getting the sub-tank is a bit of a pain in the ass though. It is located above us. And how do I dash? There we go. As you see, accidents do happen. That was our boss there flying in front of us. Jet Stingray. You don't have to kill him or hit him there, damage him enough, but I like to because it tends to make his ass fly away and leave us alone for a while, so we don't have to really worry about his little stingray buddies coming to give us an assault. Okay, so we're getting close to where we need to be. I believe it's right about there. There was our sub-tank. So we'll take an additional death here. Or is it up here? Nah, it's up there, okay. See, I do get mixed up a little bit. One thing about these jet bikes sections is you gotta do the entire section again, the entire area, when you die. Which isn't that big of a deal. It just, they're annoying. It's a cool concept, don't get me wrong. It was a cool concept, novel little concept when it came out. But it just, there are better ways to use the stage. Again, this is just my opinion. My opinion may be an unpopular opinion, but it's an opinion nonetheless. There we go. Now you gotta be very careful with that section, because sometimes that little last bit of a clipping platform there, that pillar, you can get stuck behind that and then crushed by the auto-scrolling. But, on the plus side, we collected some energy. We got all our energy tanks, our weapon tank, our X tank to give us 4 lives instead of 2 when we start up. So the only thing left is to beat this clown here. His weakness is the Frost Tower. It's a little bit difficult to execute, but it's harder with 0 to execute. I'm impressed that you found me, but your research is over. Get ready, X. This is what Frost Tower does. So we're going to go up a little bit, hit it again, and it stun locks him. So as long as you keep hitting it, this is all he's going to do. He's so excited about it. Yeah! You like being frozen? Yeah! Does this feel good to you, buddy? You think stun lock concepts are stupid to make a game easy? SpaghettiOs over spaghetti? Bud fugging or butt fugging? Anyway. Yeah! This makes this a breeze. I don't feel like letting him do his attacks. I might show you in the refights. But screw that guy. Screw his whole stage. I'm happy I made it through there with 2 lives. Which is /beast's weakness. Fires mini stingray drones that race across the ground, effective against enemies on walls and floors. Push down while stingray drones are flying to command them to fall. That one's not too bad. Alright. We've completely filled our screen there. So I'll do a quick showcase. What's this? The Repliforce has begun assembling. Where are they? They're spaceport. They plan to take off into space. Hurry! We have to stop the colonel. Or colonel, for those of you that speak normal English. Spaceport. Well, I believe that we've had a good bit of progress here. I think we can do one stage here. I'll give you a quick overview of the weakness, or weapons too. What do y'all do? So we already saw what Web Spiders does. Here's a charged look. Whoops, that's a bad example. Well, you can kind of see it there. I'll do it again. Gives you a charged electrified set of webs that kind of spawn. It's kind of neat. You already seen this. That attack is wonderful. Very spacious. Soul Body, which we got from Split Mushroom, creates another, creates a form of X. While in Soul Body, and that happens, if they hit this copy right here, they take damage. Okay, here's a Rising Fire. Turns into a Sharup. Or Sharipa. Oh, there's your Jet Stingray. A homing Stingray. As you can see, I'm up in the air and I can control the direction they go by pressing down. And when you charge it up, just basically just disc sorts. This the homing laser, which is oddly enough is Storm Owl's weakness. We charge it up, turns into a giant beam. This is the concept of what it does, though. You have to literally manually aim it. It's really, honestly, the worst weapon in my opinion. This double cyclone is the weakness for Magma Dragoon, which I'll show you when we do those refights. That's pretty cool. Okay, we saw Twin Slasher. Got another Sharpie there. That's charged up Twin Slasher. As you can see, it is pretty effective. I believe that's all our weapons, actually. Yep. So we'll dash through here and we'll use the Twin Slasher for a bit. Honestly, I prefer the X-Buster over most of these weapons. I mean, they're nice and all, but when you do a plasma charge like that, you more or less give yourself a little bit more room to play around. I don't really see a point in having it. Now this little spot here can get hairy if you're not careful. The best thing about having those boots, though, is you can hover if he gets hit in midair. So that's always nice. This section's a little silly. Plasma shot makes quick work of it, and if I take a hit, oh, I get an extra life there. Nice. Whoops. There's a lot of vertical platforming in these stages, especially this first one. And you get these spike guys to show up again. Then you kind of despawn for whatever reason or another. Up here, some more energy. And now we have our first boss fight of the spaceport. Colonel. Colonel, step back.
I'll step back anyone. I'll stop anyone who tries to interfere with our independence.
Enough of this. It's only an illusion.
You hunters will never be able to understand us. Get ready, X.
I've been waiting to fight with you.
This fight is considerably more difficult than the previous one, but now we have the hover boots. We can avoid his attacks a bit easier. This is why it gets a little bit more hairy. Energy breaker. As long as you time your hits, though, you can avoid a serious amount of damage here from him. And we stay scaling on this wall, he tends to aim the other direction. It is fairly easy to dodge his attacks, too. You know. It's not that necessary. Energy breaker. See, we're a little bit more versatile than we were previously. That we want to avoid once he gets to about half health. But he's not really a challenge. Not in my opinion, anyway. Kind of just body him. Sorry, Colonel.
Impressive, but it's too late.
What?
The Repla Force already left for space. I'm beaten, but the Repla Force will never perish. The Reploid's nation will be bound in the vastness of space.
Colonel! Well, just had to be a dick and kill him, didn't you, Axe? Do 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 do. Repliforce has flown off into space. Devil, watch the ship for me. I'll go after them. Sir, reconsider what you're doing. It's far too dangerous. We don't have any other option. I'm leaving you in charge here, Devil. You don't know this fucking guy. Why are we leaving him in charge of shit?
Oh,
Enjoy the cutscene.
not again. Hey, watch it! I'm terribly sorry.
It's me. Those hunters must not be allowed in here. Terminate them.
Roger. What a freak.
Hey, Double, what's the matter?
Epilepsy warning.
This is a Maverick hunter, 17th unit. Commander X, please respond.
What happened? Report!
Nothing to worry about.
No further transmissions unless necessary to carry out the operation.
Understood.
I'm breaking contact.
And now, X will be my next target.
How about that name? Double. Like, double agent? Maybe? What a freak. The voice acting in this game. Oh, it gets better from here, folks. Trust me. Once we do Zero's playthrough, you're gonna love the voice acting. How about a rising fire here, Møjø? There we go. Alright. What a freak! Double? What? Why are you here? The Mavericks, Hunters, and Repliforce. Idiots, all of them. They're making my job too easy. What are you talking about, Double? What are you saying? It's the same fucking question asked two different ways. Think it over in heaven. Die, X.
You're gonna get hurt, X.
Now, I don't quite remember this dude's weakness. So we're gonna start trying some things. We had the lives to do this. I don't think it's that. Nope, that's definitely not it. Not Soul Body. It's definitely not that, I can tell you that now. Not that. Ah, that's what it is. Double cyclones. Okay. Alright, we're gonna end up dying here. Quite alright. Now we realize what his weakness is. So double tap that. Okay. We're gonna hit him with a regular attack first.
I'm so anxious to rip you apart.
Okay. He takes such considerable damage from the double cyclone that this should go smoothly enough that I shouldn't have to worry about healing. As he throws all kinds of gizmos and shit all over the screen. Oh, we might get close to death here. Yep. Double! Damn, how could I lose to a weakling like you? Double, tell me, why did you do this? You're so naive, X. I was sent as the spy from the very beginning to keep an eye on you. Double, I trusted you. That naiveness may be your fatal flaw. Goodbye, X. See you in the afterlife. Double! You're an idiot, X. You really are. Alright. So even though we went right outside this door here, right outside the gate, everything is recharged, including our health. But you will get no complaints from me. Now, there's two ways to get through this section. You can go in the lower section, which is a lot more gaps and dashes and jumps, which I don't find to be too difficult, or you can go in the upper section. We're going to take the upper section this time. Either way, it's a little bit easier to do certain sections with 0. Fuck. But as you can see, you can navigate most of this without problem if you just keep moving. Our buddy from the Storm Owl stage. Love that plasma shot, I really do. You can speedrun this section if you really wanted to. I just prefer not to. That blast stayed a lot longer than I anticipated. Oh, fuck! Attack of the joystick slide. Again, the dash. That was me double tapping the joystick. Charge this time. See, section's not too bad. Drops you off over here, whereas the bottom section takes you right there to that door. On to our next boss fight. This big boy is the General. No, not the one that saves you money on insurance. General, what are you planning to do? We're going to build a nation for the Reploids. That's our ultimate goal. We'll fight anyone who tries to interfere with our independence. There must be alternatives to this mindless fighting. We were called Mavericks without justifiable reason. What other choice did we have than to fight? But it's too late now. Get ready, X.
Show me your true power.
Okay. One of his attacks is to jump out and push these things out, and he shoots little energy balls from his open hands at you. Whoops. Not what I meant to do. I don't quite remember what his weakness is here either, so I tend to just kind of spam the X-Buster. His only weakness is his head, so that's something to keep in mind. If you stay close enough to him, he'll dash across the screen like that. Getting the plasma shot makes this a little bit of an easier fight, because then you can shoot from a distance. As you can see, I'm not having too much trouble with this. gonna get hit here. Yep. But you can easily spam the attacks and use that to manipulate him. So he does exactly what you need him to do. I don't like him going back up into this section, personally. This fight is quite challenging with Zero. I'll tell you that right now. Because Zero is a lot more close range than X is. I'm making this look a little bit more difficult than it actually is. As I tend to do with these playthroughs. Not too familiar with this attack. Come on, buddy. Gonna get hit here. No. Oh, wow. Lucky enough to evade that. One more hit will do it. And that's the end of the general fight. Not too difficult. What? What happened? It can't be. This weapon must be malfunctioning. General, what do you mean? Someone else is controlling it. You must hurry, X. You're in danger. Alright. I'll stop the weapon myself. Alright. Okay, gonna take a quick break here to start some coffee. And then we'll continue on. So bear with me. Alright, sorry about that. Got my coffee getting brewing there. Gotta love the K-Cups. Alright, let's continue on. We're gonna double check our sub tanks here real quick, our energy tanks.
Ready.
Should gather a few more lives just to be safe. Alright. Okay. Energy tank filled. Alright. I don't think it's really that necessary to save here, but we'll do it anyway. And for more backup, we'll get the next 2 lives here.
Ready!
Whoops. Shit! Sloppy! Wow, that was sloppy too. Fine, we'll do it that way. When in doubt, outsmart yourself. Alright. Grab this last life, and off we go. On to the final weapon. Okay, this is the beginning of our refights that are mandatory in Mega Man games. A little bit of big energy here to stockpile in case we need it, but we don't. And here we go. Again, they provide little moderate energy capsule and moderate weapon capsules, but those weapon capsules are more or less useless to us at this point. So let's get ourselves started. Let's start up here in the top left section. Ah, Web Spider. This will be fun. You'll get to see the Twin Slasher do its fine work. There's also one thing about his web. Apparently you can cut his web with the Twin Slasher. I'm not too sure how to do that, per se. But apparently that's something you can do. I've never seen a video showing it. But, nonetheless. We're going to use the same strategy as the previous time we fought her. Except for now we're going to use his weakness. Wait for them to make his webs. That's okay. We can take hits. Not a big deal. Push over. Alright. Grab this little capsule and down we go. Well, didn't we just see you, buddy? Alright. Soul body. So you're gonna teleport right about here. Hit him. See? See how I'm getting the double hits there? Just like explained when we fought him first time. It's all about timing though. Sometimes he likes to just do that constant teleport where he's up there, so it's kind of hard to get the double hit. But again, it doesn't cost us energy, so it's not like it's significantly important. But just a little tip, if you ever played through this game, you don't get the X-Buster upgrade, or the helmet upgrade for the lack of energy. A helmet upgrade to make sure you have unlimited weapon energy, I should say. See if I can remember. I think this is Storm, right? Nope. Ah. I'm gonna let his attacks come down. This is Jet Stingray. He went from swimming in pools to swimming in the sewers. Or the oceans to swimming in the sewers. So we know his weakness is Frost Tower, but I'm gonna let him do his thing this time. Yeah! We're gonna get him to about half health. And then I'm gonna let him do his other attacks so you get to see it. Yeah! Is it a fantastic day of weather where you're at, Stingray? Yeah! Do you like hairballs? Pornhub is a bad place to be? My opinion on Pornhub matter? Yeah! Alright, let's watch his next attack. Come on down, do it, buddy. He's got a little Cyclone attack as well. He shoots both blue and magenta colored stingrays, but they're not really a problem. The magenta colored ones I believe are heat seeking. As you can see, you know, not spamming the ice, he's not too much of a challenge. I'd just prefer to use Frost Tower and just decimate him. Now one of these on the bottom I believe is Magma Dragoon, I could be wrong. This should be Split Mushroom. Yep. And again, I'll let his clones run so you can get a full view of them this time. Each one of those clones will do damage to us, and he will home in on your position. Now he's going to do a split attack where you got to find the copy and a fake one. He gets a little bit faster each time he jumps. As you can see, it's not really that much of a task here to either just buster him. So it's possible to very easily buster him to death, not worry about using his weakness. See? And with full armor and all the sub-tanks, or all the hard tanks, man, we lost about half health. Not much of a task. Gonna hop up here though and get the safety health. That's why it's there. Okay, now Slash Beast's weakness, which we didn't get to see when I fought him the first time, is Ground Hunter. Because it does this, and gets him all pissed off where he does his little dash crap. Easiest way to do it, just spam it. You get double hits in two. So you can stun him, and then shoot it again, get a second hit in. And it makes very quick work of him. Look at that. Just tore him up to shreds. Big bad guy like him. On to our next one. Frost Walrus. Last time I showed you his weakness when we fought him. I'll show you what the initial part does here. Okay. So I don't believe I showed you that. So we get close. Now watch, he'll kind of slide at us. Real slow too. So you have to be very careful how you do it. Now we're gonna buster him the rest of the way. I prefer him this way. Gotta definitely watch him when he goes. This is also very easy to dispatch because of the plasma shot from your powered up buster. And a little bit of wall dashes will make this simple as well. Look how easy that was. No challenge whatsoever. These bosses compared to the X3 bosses, well, you know, if you didn't use the weaknesses in X3, it would have been a little bit more of a task. Not too bad, but a little bit more of a task. X4 is just not anywhere as difficult as X3. Okay, we get to see the homing laser in its glory, so to speak. The weakest weapon in this game, in my opinion. For functionality, anyway. This is me manually aiming it, folks. See? Good thing I get to show that off, too. Now, I could charge it up and fire it. If I could hit it right. But it's honestly more effective, in my opinion, to just do it the other way. Do the manual laser. I mean, you see me beat him with the X-Buster, so it's not even necessary that we even do this. It just stun locks him. It like glitches him out completely. There's the cyclone attack we didn't get to see before. I hate this weapon. This one is just... noble thoughts, I guess they had for it, but man, garbage. Just garbage. And Magma Dragoon is our last buddy, so we'll switch to the double cyclone. Now Magma Dragoon has an interesting animation when you hit him with this. Don't fall in the lava here. We don't get our little mech suit to fight him like we did the last time. Yep, enough of that. Now we can just stun lock him. Come on, buddy. You can do better than that. Look how much considerably easier it is for this now. Whoops. I end up using all my energy. Tis be okay, because we're going to take the hit here. And we're just going to get behind him and plasma shot him. That's nice. Good for you. Your mother must be so proud. As you don't die once, but twice. Alright. Move on to the gold platform here. Teleport to our new location. This is amusing. It really is, X. You're Sigma! My plan to keep Repliforce and the Maverick Hunters at each other's throats worked perfectly. Double did a good job as a spy. Why, you... Repliforce are the fools this time. Now all that's left is to destroy Earth with the very weapon they made. No! I'll never let you do that! Try hard, X. Your life depends on it. Now, with Zero, there's a cutscene there. Why they kept that loading screen in with X is beyond me. Okay. So this is a headache of a fight. It's a three-pronged assault.
For your final journey?
Are you ready for your final journey?
Anyway, his weakness is the rising fire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna charge it up so we can avoid his attack here. Still do considerable amounts of damage to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Are you ready for round 2?
Now, as for this weakness, I believe it's the double cyclone?
Hehehe. You are very good, X. But not for long. You won't be able to evade this attack.
I think I'm wrong, actually. Oh, that's not what we wanted to happen there. Which one is it? Is it Twin Slasher? I know he has a weakness here, I just can't remember for the life of me what it is. Well, it's not that. Alright, I think we're just gonna take the intentional death here. What he did there is kind of goof up a little bit. Because I was trying to figure out what weapon he's weak to. I should have just done what I normally do, which is just X-Buster him. Silly Mojo.
Are you ready for your final journey?
Are you ready for your final journey? Ah! Ah!
Look at how much damage that does to him. Okay. So this section's easy. I was making it look a lot more difficult than it needed to be. So he'll jump up in the air. You just dash behind him. Throw it. Get close to the wall so he hits the wall with that. Because that allows that wall to be electrified. And you can just hover over his attack. With the proper timing, you can avoid damage completely. Look how easy this is. Simple. Now this is where the headache comes in. Part 3 of the Sigma fight. And you're like, ooh, energy capsule. Yeah, but he stops you with this bullshit here.
Ah, feel my incredible power. Drown in the empty vastness of space.
Prepare to become space dust.
This section is annoying as hell. Especially this part right here, the head. Those spikes are one-hit KOs. Look at how much health I've lost already from this nonsense. This attack you avoid by just hovering past it. Damn it. This can be a complete freaking headache. That's the attack I prefer him have, because now I can just sit here and shoot my plasma shot to avoid the damage. You want to get the blue head, which does frost attack. That's the head here that you want the most. And the VN thing he does there is nice and all, but it's not optimum for what you need to continue to fight here. Alright, we'll see what happens here. We may have to use an energy tank here. Yeah. Fuck. This battle can be quite the headache. Now, I won't use the second one unless I'm sure I can win this. And right now, I'm not that super confident I can. Now's a good time. He changes that laser depending on your trajectory. Come on. I don't like that one either. We want the frost head. That's what we want. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not too confident we're gonna win this here. Come on. Okay, that's the attack we want. I jump down here, and I jump back up here. And I'll get one more solid set of hits on it. Come on. We really don't want this firehead. This firehead is a problem. Now, the more times he goes to suck in that bullshit, the more of a headache I could possibly have here fighting him. Thankfully, we're avoiding damage with that. We're just getting that yellow electric head too often. Ah, damn. Same thing with that red head. Again, might have to take an intentional death here, depending on what happens here. Yeah, it's going to be an intentional death. No need to waste all our energy. That's the head we want, because as you can see, it does the least amount of damage. Fuck, I did the wrong one. Wrong direction. Yeah. Okay. Worst part of it all is when you do perish, you have to do this all over again. Now, let's see our second energy tank there is it's empty because you don't get to use certain amounts. You have to use the entire thing when you use it. However, with this little energy bump, it doesn't really do much to refill it. So, you have to kind of pick and choose our fights here.
Prepare to become space
Dust.
There we go, that's how we do that. Wow, we could have avoided that hit. As you can see, the first two fights are definitely not complicated at all. It's all about the timing. Yes, yes. Incredible power, fastness.
Become space dust.
You've already said that several times. That's the head we want to see. Okay. Now, that head there is weak to the ground hunter attack. Making that happen, that's another story. We'll give it a shot this time, though. That's not the attack I want, you bastard. Stop spawning Mr. Yellowhead. Okay, so, we'll try for the ground hunter this time. You definitely don't want to get chomped on here. Got the attack there. Oh my god. It's the wrong weapon equipped. That's what we want to pay for. Whoops, wrong way. Not good. I'll take that wind attack that he does there every time if that's what it takes. Maybe we got him about half dead. Gonna try to spam the ground hunter here. So I can tell you right now, if we can manage to kill that bottom head, we will beat Sigma here. Good, good, good. We're getting an ice helmet there a lot. Very nice. Whoa. That was good avoidance. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. That's what we need to see. That's okay. So it'll take at least one more time for that head down there to die. Fuck. Stupid yellow head. I believe this is our money shot, though. Yep. Ooh, damn. I almost never get hit by that laser. Fuck. That was sloppy. Okay. This should be the bottom head. Yes. Good. Now we should be pretty square. Yep. If we can stop getting this yellowhead, we can definitely win this. Ooh, that was good avoiding that time by me. Good evasion. Ball game. We got him. And that, my friends, is the end of Mega Man X. X4. Yeah. What's so funny? This weapon is all straight at Earth already. No one can stop it now. Damn. Goodbye, X. I'll take it. 2 lives. 2 lives and 2 energy tanks used. Not bad. General. I already said that. This weapon can be stopped with my body. But then many of my men have died. As earlier, I must leave with them. X, please forgive me our foolishness. General! Enjoy the end cutscene, folks.
This is Maverick Hunter Headquarters.
Zero.
It's good to see you're safe, X. I was really worried about you.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry. It's all over. Go home and rest. You've earned it.
But Zero, what if I become one of the Mavericks?
Don't ask such a silly question. I'm breaking contact now.
Wait, Zero! I'm serious. Zero, if I become a Maverick, you have to take care of me.
Don't be ridiculous. Now hurry on back.
Promise me. Zero.
And that, folks, is X's playthrough for Mega Man X4. As we watch the base in the back there slowly implode on itself. What do I feel about the game? Overall, it's one of my favorite X games. It's very simple to play. You could pick up this game and have this be your first X game and really have no idea what's going on with the plots and the storyline and everything like that, and you would still have an enjoyable time. Playing this casually is a fun game. I've played this so many times when I was younger, so many times just a few years back, and I've played it a couple times here in the last year or two. I enjoy the game. I do. Is it better than the original X? Not my opinion. No. That's the classic of the X series. The first one is definitely my favorite in that regard anyway. I love X3 the most just because of that first introduction hype of Zero being added to it. And I really like the mechanics and the difficulty of the game. Don't like how I wasn't able to beat the ending just yet for you guys, but I will here soon enough. But X3 I like the most, then I would say X, then this game, and definitely X2 would be near the bottom of my list. As for the next part of the playthrough, which will be Zero's part of the playthrough, when I was younger, God, I was so excited then when there was two options. As soon as I started up that screen, I'm like, oh my god, I can play as Zero. I was just obsessed as a kid with Zero. I liked his playstyle. I liked the fact that he used a beam saber, which looks a lot like a lightsaber. You know, it was just cool shit. It was just cool for a kid. But overall, I will say that as a whole, this game is fantastic in the mechanics and the easy playability. So if you wanted to start with a game in the X series, 4 wouldn't be a bad option. The voice acting could use a little work, which I can't wait to show you guys the Zero part of the playthrough, because that's where the voice acting really is infamous. But Capcom, in all their glory, thanking you for playing. Zero is more of a close-range fighter, so it's a little bit more difficult, per se. But a lot of speedrunners, and myself included, prefer to play with him. Use Zero through this game. Casually, I like to play Zero more than I do X, but X is definitely more fluid. His music and the intro stage is cool too. You know, I mean, just overall, this is just a good game. The battle is ended, yet somehow X doesn't feel quite right. What caused all these robots to turn into Mavericks? Will it happen to me someday? Has X just realized his tragic destiny? It appears that X will have to solve this mystery one day. Soon. Trophy. One more thing I'll show you real quick before I end the stream and we move on to the Zero series. The Zero part of the series, I should say. Because there is a Mega Man Zero collections and stuff like that, and I have no experience with them besides watching them. But what I do want to show you is this. Let's make sure our options are set up properly. Yep, nothing changed. Okay. Let's load previous game data. And I'm going to load this up just to show you what it looks like. So what we have here is, I'll show you exactly where to get it. So this is the ultimate armor. So it has a similar charge blast with the plasma there. If you use the code at the beginning of the game, to get this ultimate armor, to unlock it, the thing to keep in mind is that you won't be able to pick up any of the other Dr. Light capsules. You won't be able to pick up anything to, you know, boosters, like enhancements, anything like that. You're not going to be able to do that. However, when you do try to get this, look at right where his upper thighs and his arms, you can see a slight purple tinge to his armor. That is how you know the code worked when you play the first bit of the playthrough. And right here is where the Dr. Light capsule was, where we got our boots when we played in the other playthrough there. Playthrough we just finished, I should say. And right here is where the Falcon or the Ultimate Armor would be. Now here's the Giga Attack. You can spam this a limited amount of times. The Nova Strike here. You can just spam this, and this is all you to do. Look how powerful that is. Even mid-fall there, I was able to spam it again. So it's useful. It's definitely, like, I would say, easier mode in the game. It's not easy, but it definitely makes the game a bit more simple. It does do considerable amounts of damage to the bosses as well. Just as an example here. Alright, but let's return to the title screen. I'll look that up real quick, because then I can show you that quick clip as well. So I like a little side content here. Okay, so as we start up the game, what we do to get this, let me Google this, because this part I don't remember exactly. Well, it is giving some silly shit. Okay, we don't want it on that. Give me 1 second, fix. Okay, so what you have to do here is when you get onto the player screen, you highlight Mega Man X. You press circle twice, then left on the D-pad 6 times. At this point, hold L and R2 together, then press start. Again, some people say that you have to hold L1 and R2 until the actual intro stage starts, but I've never had the issue, according to the person says. And it changes his blue parts to purple parts. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you quickly what this all means. So, we're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. L1, R2, and press start. Okay. We're going to skip that. Fast forward. Now, if we did this correctly, teleports in. And then when he pulls out of that little animation when it teleports in, his armor's still got a purple tinge there. You see that there? Okay. We're going to quickly go through the stage. Yes, Dragoon, you're blowing up everything, claiming somebody else. Yuck. Again, to find this information, you Google Ultimate Armor X in Mega Man X4, or Ultimate Armor X Mega Man X4, and it'll bring you up the information. GameFAQs has a pretty good site there, so shout out to them for the information. Like I said when I spoke about how you get this armor, some people say you hold it until the intro stage starts, which is exactly what I do. I do, you know, I like safety strat. Make sure that the actual code works. Down here. Extra health. I'll be the intro boss, and then I'll show you the location. Even though I said I kind of wasn't going to, I figured, well, I'm already showing you this much, but let's go ahead and show you the rest. I could have also done this in an extra video, but meh, that's no fun. Hey buddy, you don't need to slash. Slashing is not fun. Goodbye. You don't want to save. Okay. I wish you could press start to skip through this, but you really can't. I am mashing X. Be careful about doing that though, because you don't want to accidentally select the stage without being ready for what stage you're selecting. Okay. So off we go to Web Spider. Alright, so down here, as I explained before. Now it says, it shows like it's leg armor parts. X, you finally arrived. This capsule contains the sealed secret parts for the ultimate armor. When you execute the Nova Strike, the wings will open and you can execute the invincible body crash attack. However, this armor is not completed yet, and your safety is not assured. If this is acceptable to you, enter now. Well, hell yeah, because it's a badass armor. Boom. I personally think it looks pretty cool too. But there you go. That's how you achieve that. So, I appreciate you enjoying this today. I appreciate you learning a few new things here. And maybe you can try out Mega Man X4 for yourself. I hope you will give it a shot, because it's definitely worth it. Especially if you liked watching my silly little gameplay. In our next episode, we will be moving on to Zero's playthrough, and we'll talk more about that stuff then. So, stay toasty and frosty, friends. Take care of your family, take care of yourselves, and hug your loved ones. Make sure they know that you care. Because not every day is guaranteed. But, I'll talk to you soon. Mojo out.